Good morning, Kitchen Witches. Today is Friday, July 17th, and this is your tarot and menu inspiration for the day. I'm Chef Lisa, editor-in-chief of A Chef's Grimoire magazine, and we're going to pull a card, and that's going to be our inspiration for the day. So I know that I've been beating this ragged, but I just wanted to remind you that our chapter 2 of the magazine, the third edition for this year, is out as of the 14th of July. It's called Manifesting, and it's a deep dive with our magician friend. The magician and cameos from the 4 aces. You've got recipes that correlate with those cards. You have an interview with the magician. You've got full moons, new moons, the wheel of the year, some kitchen magic. It's all in this chapter. So check it out. I think you'll really love it. It is available at achefsgrimoire.com. At least the information is there for digitally subscribing. And if you'd like a hard copy, that is also available in the shop at achefsgrimoire.com. Moving on. So thank you, by the way, if you've been tuning in for a while. I really, really appreciate it. This is a labor of love. I do these card pulls every morning, and I'm pulling cards anyway, so I'm like, why don't I just record it and also bring it into the kitchen to have the card make meals for us, so that all of that is out of the way. So now we've shuffled. I'm going to put my intention into pulling the card for Friday, the 17th of July. One more shuffle. My focus is now in the cards. What is that card? The Lovers. Perfect. Oh, the Lovers. So, it is a major arcana, the 6th card of the major arcana. This card comes directly after the Hierophant, right? So, we've now been to, we've gone into institutions, right? The institutional way of learning with the Hierophant. And within that, we're all kinds of other individuals that have like-minded morals, values, what have you. And through that, we start to really make bonds with those people because they think and feel like we feel we do. So, and that's what you want in a relationship. You want someone who really, if nothing else, has the same morals as you, right? Will fight the same fights. And that's important, right? I mean, good marriages are built on strong morals that you both believe in, right? And then, of course, love is wonderful to have in a relationship, right? So that's where we're going with this. So you leave the institutions of the Hierophant, and now you've made relationships. And now you're realizing it's not just you anymore. Now you have to make choices for not just you, but for others and the others that are in your lives. And that's, again, one of the key words to this card is choices. So if we look a little deeper, we see 2 naked people, right? Representative of Adam and Eve. And when you're naked, you're exposed, right? There's nothing hiding, right? Everything is out in the open. And the way that this card is depicted, we have 3 individuals in the card, or 3 archetypes, right? We have a woman, we have a man, and we have an angel that's overhead. So the man, if you look at them, they're looking at the woman. The woman is looking at the angel, and the angel is looking down upon the both of them. So symbolically, what that means is the man is our conscious, right? What we can see, right? We can see, we know it's there, it's conscious. The woman looking up is looking at the unconscious, or is the unconscious. That's the symbolism of her. So she can balance the two, the tangible and the spiritual world. And then we have the superconscious with the angel looking down, right? So that's the universe, that's God, that's spirituality, that's anything that you think that's higher than us, looking down upon you to bless the union, right? So yeah, that's what that's all about. Now, there's a mountain in the middle of these two, which just goes to show that any relationship, there's hurdles. There's major hurdles. And there's things you're going to, what's the word I want to use? Not let go, but, if you were all by yourself, you would do it, but now you're thinking about the other person. So maybe I don't, maybe that's for another time. Maybe there's a different thing I should do that would be more conducive to us versus me, right? Choices. So yeah, that's what that is. So hurdles, we all know, if you've been married for a while, there's hurdles in marriages, or any relationship, really. I mean, even relationships with your children, right? When they get to be teenage years, there's major hurdles. Even as young ones, right? There's just, you're always thinking about the other, which is great. I mean, that's what you should do in a relationship. You should never just think of yourself and it's all you and nothing. It's them as well and what makes them happy. Lover's energy. And I mean, there's a lot more symbolism in this card, which we could get into, but I'm just going to utilize it. I'm just going to put it there, and we're going to bring it into our day. So now you're going to look at your relationships, right? And you're going to think about things and choices you've made within the relationship that, had you been single or had you been all by yourself, would you have made those decisions? Probably not. So, and were they the right decisions? For instance, I mean, we're looking to find some place to retire, and it's a 10-year out plan. And we're collectively looking at a specific place. And, if it was me, I would do it one way. And if it was my husband, he would do it another way. But together, we're molding it into what all the boxes checked for both of us, right? And it's kind of fun, it's interesting. It's interesting. And I think, it's 10 years out, so we have time, but it's interesting. So again, relationships. So those are what you're going to think about today. And, if you have a significant other, how has your life changed since you met? What are your living situation, right? Are you living in, I don't know, what car you're driving? Those things have meaning in a relationship. If you need two cars and you can only afford this kind of car and this kind of car versus putting all your money into one car that's luxurious, it's just give and take, right? I mean, what is important to you? What do you want to collaborate on? Spend money on? Not spend money on? Why are you living where you live? Are you living there because the school system is great and you want the kids to have a really good education? But if you didn't have kids and didn't have a significant other, would you be living in Hawaii? I mean, these are things that our place in life is due to our relationships in life. Yeah. And know that you can you can work your magic in having who you want in your life, right? If you have all of your friends are Debbie Downers and you're like, all of my friends are woe is me Eeyores, and it's not doing me any good. Well, you know what? Change that. Start to go out and meet new people that are bright and sunshiny all the time, or at least are, you know, more full of gratitude versus, oh my God, everything is happening to me, and you know. So the more you spend time with the people you want in your life, the more the ones you don't want in your life will kind of find somebody else to complain to, and not you. It'll happen, right? So choose your people wisely. Choose your people you want within your lover's realm, right? Not just significant others, but all the people in your life, because you make choices around them to include them, right? So that everybody's happy. Right, so now we're going to bring our lover's card into the kitchen, and we're going to make some really gorgeous meals, right? For breakfast, I'm thinking hot chocolate French toast. Yeah. So instead of making like a, not pancake batter, but a creme brulee batter for your French toast, you're going to just use hot chocolate. Yeah. You can use Swiss Miss, or you can use a high-end chocolate or cocoa powder and make your own with sugar and milk and what have you. But you're going to dip the brioche or the other bread. You know what I'm talking about. It'll come to me. I'm having a senior moment. You put that in the hot chocolate and then you pan fry it. Delicious, right? And serve it with some strawberries. Yeah, delicious. Challah. I knew it. I knew I'd remember challah bread. Right, so that's breakfast, and easy enough to do on a Friday. Why not, right? You're not going to find that out in the restaurants. That's something you have to do at home. Hot chocolate French toast. The kids will love it. All right, so now for lunch, this is where you're going to go out with your significant other. So maybe you guys can like figure it out where you leave the office. If you work at home, even better, just shut the computers, go out to lunch. Go and get oysters Florentine. So there are oysters that are shucked, and then there's a spinach-like cream sauce that's put on top, and then they're put into the broiler. So they're not raw. They're cooked, but they're in a spinach type of coating sauce. And have those with a glass of champagne and toast, right? Say, hey, it's us. We built this life together, right? Compromises aside, we did it. So that's a lovely lunch. And it's a nice little, hour and a half you can spend kind of sneaking away from the world and just having a lover's moment. Oysters Florentine. Right. For dinner, this one's easy. We're going to do pasta, and we're going to do a garlic and oil sauce. Okay, so why I thought of this recipe is, have you ever seen the movie Chef? It's a terrific movie. If you've not seen it, stream it. It's great. And there's a scene in the movie where the chef makes at home for his girlfriend. He makes this pasta with garlic and oil, and he twirls it on the plate so that it's nice and high, and he brings the bowl to her, and she takes a forkful, and the expression on her face when she's eating this meal is like, you've just given me a blessing. Like, this is the most delicious thing I've ever had in my life. And it's garlic and oil pasta. I mean, it's not really high end. But that scene is terrific. So watch that movie called Chef. It's great. Right, so that's what you're gonna make. And hopefully whoever you serve it to is gonna have that reaction. But the fun part about that is not only making the garlic and oil, right, for your pasta, which is super easy to do, right? You're sauteing garlic. I like to do a sliced garlic, and you put it into the oil until it's literally just turning golden brown. And then you add the pasta, a little pasta water, right, to get it all around the pasta. Parmesan cheese, a good handful, or just on top, up to you. But the Parmesan is going to make that sauce a little creamier. And then, yeah, take your spoon, take your fork, twirl, 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 and set it into a beautiful bowl, and lift the fork, and it will come up into like this beautiful presentation. And put some extra garlic chips on top. Delicious. Now, you're going to serve that with prosciutto wrapped breadsticks. Easy enough to do. So you take breadsticks from a box, right? And you just take prosciutto and wrap it around. Now, if you want to, you can save a little bit of your garlic oil and pan fry the sticks in there so that the prosciutto gets crispy. And then just drain them well and serve them with your pasta. And that is a lover's meal. And then, like Lady and the Tramp, you can like swirl and eat from each other's spoon. Whatever you want to do. I love it. I love it. I love the card of the day, the lovers. We really hit the nail on the head with this one. And I think the meals are perfect. So the lovers would want you to nourish yourself, nourish all those around you with your kitchen magic. And I will see you tomorrow.